ARK Invest Cathie Wood says this about Blackrock and our altcoins coming back. These are the ones you shouldn't miss. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop the latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. We have a new exclusive campaign with Bybit with up to $81,000 in prizes. You can now earn up to $30,000 just based on how much you deposit and trade. We're also launching our brand new trading competition with up to $51,000 in the prize pool. The idea is super simple. The more you deposit and trade, the more you earn. To find out more, just click the link in the description below. New research warns that Bitcoin may see a market correction should Bitcoin price action go much beyond $33,000. In its latest edition of the weekly newsletter, The Week on Chain, analytics firm Glassnode flagged speculative selling risk on the horizon. Bitcoin short-term holders, the more speculative Bitcoin investors, have returned to the spotlight this year. Recently, their aggregated cost basis appeared to form wider Bitcoin price support near $26,000. For Glassnode, which observed the cost basis significance in recent weeks, the opposite effect could soon appear. As part of its coverage for short-term and long-term holder activity, researchers highlighted levels at which speculators should take profit in mass. It used the market value to realized value, or MVRV metric, which divides the spot value of coins versus the price at which they last moved. The resulting number, which forms a measure of profitability or loss, fluctuates around 1, corresponding to a break-even price. We can also see a stronger reaction in the short-term holder MVRV indicator, reacting strongly off the break-even level of 1. The ratio is currently 1.12, suggesting that on average, the short-term holders are sitting on 12% profit. Should the Bitcoin price continue to make gains, the short-term holder MVRV will rise with it. And once it passes 1.2, the danger of profit-taking historically becomes real. The risk of market corrections tends to rise when this metric exceeds levels between 1.2 and 1.4, which would be 33.2K and 38.7K. Bitcoin miners are currently recording extremely high exchange interaction, sending an all-time high of $128 million worth of Bitcoin to exchanges, the equivalent of 315% of their daily revenue. This may be happening as miners are looking to take profits while they can with the Bitcoin price over $30,000. Also today, the first leveraged Bitcoin futures ETF is launching in the U.S. called BitX. Bitcoin Cash surged to a fresh one-year high early Monday morning, extending its rally more than 100% in a week after being one of the 4 cryptocurrencies listed on the institutional-backed cryptocurrency exchange EDX markets. The token's price rose 17% in the past 24 hours to as much as $226, the highest since May 2022. Bitcoin Cash has been benefiting from the launch of EDX markets alongside rising trading volumes and social media interests. Backed by traditional finance heavyweights Fidelity Digital Assets, Charles Schwab, and Citadel Securities, EDX markets opened trading last Tuesday, supporting Bitcoin Cash along with Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin. The sudden price move has attracted retail trader attention, with social discussions about the token rising to their highest in 3 years, and trading volumes this year hitting a record high. If I said the Lightning Network, what do you think of first? It's probably Bitcoin, micropayments, and can be difficult to use at times. All 3 of these are true, but micropayments in general are important for crypto, and Bitcoin micropayments are particularly important if we think Bitcoin is the future of money. We can't have $3 payments for a Starbucks coffee, waiting for a new 10-minute Bitcoin block to confirm if Bitcoin will ever become the global money. But now we have a solution to this, the easiest, fastest, and cheapest Bitcoin micropayment network, and we've just posted a full video on it, which I've linked down below. The U.S. will enter a downturn in the 4th quarter of this year, followed by a year of contraction and a European recession in 2024, according to HSBC Asset Management. In its mid-year outlook, the British banking giant's asset manager said recession warnings are flashing red for many economies, while fiscal and monetary policies are out of sync with stock and bond markets. Joseph Little, global chief strategist at HSBC Asset Management, said while some parts of the economy have remained resilient thus far, the balance of risks points to high recession risk now, with Europe lagging the US but the macro trajectory generally aligned. We are already in a mild profit recession and corporate defaults have already started to creep up. The silver lining is that we expect high inflation to moderate relatively quickly. That will create an opportunity for policymakers to cut rates. Despite the hawkish tone adopted by central bankers and the apparent stickiness of inflation, particularly at the core level, HSBC Asset Management expects the U.S. Federal Reserve to cut interest rates before the end of 2023, with the European Central Bank and the Bank of England to follow suit next year. The Fed paused its monetary tightening cycle at its June meeting, leaving its Fed's fund rate between 5 and 5.25%. However, they signaled that 2 further hikes can be expected this year. HSBC expects the recession in Western economies to result in a difficult, choppy outlook for markets for 2 reasons. First, we have the rapid tightening of financial conditions that has caused a downturn in the credit cycle, and secondly, markets don't appear to be pricing in a particularly pessimistic view of the world. We think the incoming news flow over the next 6 months could be tough to digest for a market that's pricing in a soft landing. Transactions on the Optimism network surged 67% following its June 7th bedrock upgrade. The network had been seeing less than 300,000 transactions per day before the upgrade, but this figure has increased to over 550,000 by the middle of June. According to the June 26 Nansen report, daily fees have fallen from $80,000 directly before the upgrade to only $50,000 as of late June. Optimism has also just changed the project's name to OP Mainnet in a move meant to reflect the objective to create a superchain network of many Layer 2 blockchains. The name OP Mainnet will denote the foundational layer of the envisioned superchain network, which currently hosts over $1.3 billion in total value locked. The OP Mainnet relies on optimistic rollups for its operation, a technology that aggregates Ethereum transactions on a secondary layer. The adoption of the technology allows for faster and cheaper transaction processing, addressing increasing scalability concerns within the Ethereum network. OP Labs, the developer of OP Mainnet, operates a development software stack referred to as the OP Stack, which allows developers to launch their own Layer 2 blockchains. Crypto exchange giant Coinbase is developing its own blockchain called Base using the OP Stack. A series of DeFi and NFT-related altcoins have posted double-digit gains over the past week as capital begins to flow from larger assets like Bitcoin and Ether to more speculative tokens like Blur and Arbitrum. Over the past 24 hours, Blur, which is the native token of the Blur NFT exchange, has risen by more than 22% after it was listed on the South Korean trading platform Upbit. The move coincided with a notable spike in trading volume, with $241 million being racked up in the past 24 hours, which was a 1,240% increase on the previous day. Arbitrum, meanwhile, has surged by 33.5% in the past 12 days as activity on the Layer 2 blockchain continues to mount. Total value locked on Arbitrum-based platforms like GMX and Radiant has increased by 12.5% and 9.5% in the past 7 days, according to DeFi Llama. The Tezos blockchain deployed the network's 14th upgrade in Nairobi on Monday in a move that makes transaction speeds up to 8 times faster, among other enhancements. The blockchain could previously process up to 1 million transactions per second after March's Mumbai upgrade, and developers said that Nairobi introduced a new fee mechanism that charges users differently based on the network usage instead of a one-size-fits-all flat fee as charged in prior blockchain versions. Nairobi also enables Tezos' smart rollups, a scaling tool that allows even faster network usage to get upgraded continually and automatically as newer upgrades on Tezos are deployed in the future. The Tezos community also welcomes the Tezos Ecosystem DAO to streamline on-chain fund deployment and treasury management for vital initiatives within the Tezos ecosystem. With its launch, the DAO allows for community members to submit funding requests for Tezos-related initiatives. XRP is likely on its way to make history as data from crypto analytics service provider Sentiment showed that the protocol has recorded a consistent growth in the past few days. Sharing the observation on Twitter, crypto analyst Ali Charts noted that the past 3 times in which XRP price saw a parabolic run, it had been preceded by a surge in active addresses. The recent confirmed spike in network activity as affirmed by Sentiment might imply that new capital is about to flow into the XRP ecosystem, which will translate to a bullish resurgence for the coin. XRP price has seen a generally positive growth surge in the past week and in the year-to-date period. Should the speculation about imminent price surge hold true, we might see the token breach the resistance point at the 50-cent level. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has boldly declared that it's first in line to receive potential approval from the SEC for a spot Bitcoin ETF. This comes after Blackrock brought a renewal of hope to the cryptocurrency industry through its spot Bitcoin ETF application with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. Therefore, many people believe that if approval is coming soon from the regulator, Blackrock would be best positioned for it. Bloomberg Intelligence ETF analyst James Safer, on the other hand, says ARK Invest is more deserving of an approval, citing an earlier application. Safer says ARK Invest is first in line because their next SEC decision date is August 13th, 2023, and we don't yet have a date for the other Blackrock applications. Investment asset management firm Blackrock filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF over a week ago, with plans to use Coinbase custody platform and the American crypto exchange spot market data for pricing. We have a new exclusive campaign with Bybit with up to $81,000 in prizes. You can now earn up to $30,000 just based on how much you deposit and trade. We're also launching our brand new trading competition with up to $51,000 in the prize pool. The idea is super simple. The more you deposit and trade, the more you earn. To find out more, just click the link in the description below. That's it for Altcoin Buzz News Update. I'm your host, Cody Buffington. Thanks for watching.